Hello there, and welcome to my channel. This weekend I went to see the new film Bob Marley, One Love, and now I want to review it for you. It's a biographical drama about a year in the life of Bob Marley. The story was written by Terrence Winter and Frankie Flowers, and then adapted into a screenplay by them with the help of Zach Balin and Reynaldo Marcus Green. The film was directed by Reynaldo Marcus Green and stars Kingsley Ben-Adir as Bob Marley, Lashana Lynch as Rita Marley, and James Norton as Chris Blackwell. The story is about the first and second peace concerts that Bob Marley threw in Jamaica. It details his journey from the first to the second and the changes he underwent during that period. We experience about a year of his life and see both the personal and musical sides in great detail. We get to watch him write and perform several different pieces of music, engage in small aspects of his business, and then retire to his various homes across the planet. In the little moments, we learn about what drives the man. We're shown the memories running through his mind and flashbacks to a traumatic event from his childhood. Together, it culminates in a fleshed-out snapshot of Bob Marley near the end of his life. The cast is large and filled with British actors doing Jamaican accents. Most of the screen time goes directly to Kingsley Ben-Adir as Bob, but there is also a little bit of focus on the people around him like his wife Rita, his manager Dan, and his producer Chris Blackwell. Bob Marley is a reggae superstar who travels the world with his band The Wailers. He loves his wife and children deeply and believes in a united world without violence. He hopes that his music will bring people together and bring peace to Jamaica. The visual journey involves watching Bob during his personal life, during his time at work in the various studios he recorded in, and on stage at several concerts. We follow Bob through the important moments with little flashbacks to his past every so often. The flashbacks are to when he was a young man and meeting his wife for the first time, and from when he was a child living with his mother. For big moments, there are concerts and big emotional moments where Bob contemplates the world and remembers the past. Sound-wise, the movie is filled with songs from Bob Marley and the Wailers with a few instrumentals on the side to shore up a few emotional moments. They used music from his entire catalog and matched it with the emotional journey he was undergoing. The instrumentals tend to be highly dramatic orchestral pieces that follow the moment closely. There is also a large focus on song creation in the film, and at several points we see Bob performing songs for the first time and jamming with his band to fine-tune them. Okay, so how was it? The story was a little barren, but it also made sense and had quite a few exciting moments. We get to watch the emotional journey that Bob Marley underwent after being shot and while he struggled with his faith. It's a personal journey with a lot of musically talented moments in it. That said, there isn't a lot of dialogue or character development. At times, the story can feel quite slow, despite a concert taking place every 20 minutes or so. We spend a lot of time with Bob in quiet contemplation without any overt discussion of how he's feeling under the surface. It feels a little bit shallow. Cast-wise, there are a lot of good performances and a lot of very difficult accents. Everyone is speaking with either a British accent or a Jamaican one, and there aren't subtitles. Most of the cast does a good job of the accents, but the film is hard to understand because of it. That said, there are several great performances in the film. Lashana Lynch and Kingsley Ben-Adir both stood out for their performances as the Marleys. The story takes place during a tumultuous point in their lives, and both of them are undergoing extreme emotional distress. Kingsley Ben-Adir plays Bob Marley as a calm and confident man who likes to joke around. He does a great job of being charming as the everyday Bob, but also does great work with the musical moments. During the film, he is asked to do a lot of subtle emotional work and nails it. He looks like a soldier with a 1,000-yard stare. Ben-Adir is also asked to play several big emotional outbursts, and he does a fantastic job with each one. Lashana Lynch doesn't get quite as much screen time, but like Ben-Adir, she is asked to do several big emotional outbursts as Rita Marley, and does them in an incredibly down-to-earth way while still maintaining a difficult accent. Visually, the film has a very confusing journey with lots of great moments in it. When the camera is following Bob through his life, things are fine, but as soon as they cut to a flashback, things get confusing. They don't introduce the flashbacks well, and the two different types of flashbacks had even me confused as to what they were actually depicting. There are a ton of standout moments, and they come in a variety of forms. There are scenic shots of the Jamaican landscape, there are giant concerts with huge crowds of people cheering and following along with the music, and there are a ton of great shots of Bob contemplating life in beautiful locations. Sound-wise, the film is amazing, and if you're a Bob Marley fan, the music is quite entertaining to listen to. They did a great job of matching the songs he was playing to the emotional journey he was undergoing, and it felt like the music he was writing was trying to communicate his thoughts at the time. That said, there were a lot of moments where the dialogue was difficult to understand, and the music made it even harder. They constantly put the music in at the same volume as the dialogue, and it made it almost indecipherable. Overall, Bob Marley One Love is a good snapshot of who Bob Marley was at the end of his life. It has a lot of great music in it, some great acting, lots of lovely visuals, and an interesting story that could have been told way better. If you're a Bob Marley fan, you should try and see this, and if not, you should see it if you like music. As for a rating, I'd give this film a 6 out of 10. Remember, these are just my thoughts on the film. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Bye bye!